Hey everyone, I'm back. Today we're going to discuss about what are the seven most important things in your life. A lot of us are confused about whether or not we're living a uh, very fulfilling, holistic life or not. So, in my opinion, these are the seven main areas in your life that you should focus on and assess yourself. Do this. Take a piece of paper, write down your score on each of the seven areas in your life, and then you will be able to understand where you stand. These seven areas, in my opinion, are: A is health, because we all know health is the most important. Everybody today is talking about, how important health is, especially since coronavirus thing has happened in this world. So assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you stand? So if you're doing very bad where health is concerned, like you got some lifestyle diseases, you got obesity, you got some other issues. So give yourself a low score. If you think you're very healthy, if you think you're doing pretty well, you're exercising regularly, you are into fitness, you don't have any issues, give yourself a high score. Don't give yourself a 10. 10 means that there's no further scope for improvement, but give yourself a high score. The second area of life is your finances. So when I say finances, it doesn't mean how much you have in the bank, but it could also mean what you're doing to keep that bank balance healthy and growing. So what are you doing to add to your wealth? Do you have you invested in a good plan which helps you grow your wealth? Do you have any wealth planning in your life? Have you invested in some funds, growth funds, mutual funds, or whatever, etc., etc.? So having your money in a bank sitting in a fixed deposit is not exactly a very good, sign of managing your finances well. But assess yourself. Assess yourself as to how am I doing with my finances? Am I living on my savings? Am I adding to my savings? Etc. etc. And give yourself a score again on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means you're living off your savings. 10 means, oh wow, you're doing fabulously well and adding, multiplying your wealth like crazy. So give yourself a score there. The next area is your family. So when you talk about a family, it is not just how big a family you have or etc. But it's also about how you are engaging with your family. How healthy is your family relationship? Not just your immediate family, but also your extended family. So look at your own score where your family is concerned, and again rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. If you are not in touch with your family, you don't talk to them, you never call them up or they don't call you're not in a family group, you're not interacting in the family group, etc., etc., give yourself a low score. But if you're highly involved, if you think of somebody in your family, if you imagine yourself in some kind of a trouble, or if they think of you if they are in trouble, that means you have a good family relation. So give yourself a score there, 1 to 10. The next area is your career. Now, a lot of people think my job is my career, but that's not so. A job is a job. A career is something which is like a path you've chosen for yourself in this lifetime. Many people haven't even thought of a career, they're just doing a job. For example, they went to a good school, they got campus placed in a particular industry, and they think that this is a career, but it may not always be the case. For example, you went to a good, management school in India or abroad, and you got campus placed into, let's say, FMCG or banking, or education sector, IT sector. But that's not a life's calling. You don't want to make your career in IT because that's not a life's calling. You would much rather make your career in, let's say, educating people, or vice versa. So, are you actually working in terms of your career, and or are you just doing a job? And if you are working in a job which is also a career, give yourself a score accordingly. So again, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you stand where your career is concerned? Because once you know where your score is, we'll work on that in the coming lecture series. The next area of life, the fifth area of life, is education, or I'll say knowledge. So, what are you doing to improve your knowledge and your education? Are you upskilling yourself? Are you learning on the job? Have you taken up any elective courses? Are you enrolled in any kind of a distance or classroom program? What are you doing to upgrade your knowledge? Because we must have heard a lot of people talking about their future belongs to knowledge and education. For example, uh, jobs like a typist job, I'm talking about like 20 years ago, have vanished today. Why? Because it's been taken over by, word processing programs and blah blah blah. Similarly, in the future, all the jobs which don't involve knowledge and creativity will be automated. AI will take over most of these jobs. So you'll be left, industry less, job less, career less if you don't upgrade your education. So look at the trends in your industry, look at where the world is heading. I'll give you another example. I know a lot of people who were doing direct sales. Their work was to make calls, get clients, and etc. etc. Many of them today are jobless because their work has been automated. You have things like social marketing, you have things like digital marketing. You get responses, you get clicks, you get that's you're building your funnel, sales funnel. So a lot of these people who were doing cold calling and all that. I mean, it still happens. I mean, you still get so many calls from people who ask you whether you want a bank loan, you want a car loan, etc., etc. But more or less, to a large extent, this has been automated. You would also have seen a lot of automated calls like, "Hello, I'm calling from so and so bank," and it's not a human voice; it's a computer voice. Press one if you want a personal loan. Press two if you want a whatever loan. So it's getting automated. So as time goes by, more and more of these things will get automated. So unless you have specific knowledge on a specific subject, which is coveted, which is something which can't be replaced by an automaton or an AI program, you're going to be in trouble. So think of upgrading yourself in that respect. Educate yourself in whatever you think is your calling or whatever you think you lack. For example, if you are in the real estate industry and you have no idea what RERA is about in India, then you better do a short course on RERA. If you're in the IT industry and you have no idea what cyber laws are, or you have no idea what intellectual property is, then please do a certificate course. If you are an HR in whatever capacity, and you have no idea about labor laws, industrial relations, industrial laws, please upgrade yourself. So all I'm saying is that depending on the area of your life, you need to upgrade your knowledge. Now, the next area that I'm going to talk about, that is the sixth area, is social. So, a lot of people are doing very well, their health wise, finances, their family, their career, education, etc. But their social lives suck. So, they don't know their neighbors, they don't keep in touch with their ex colleagues, they don't keep in touch with their college ex college mates or classmates or schoolmates or whatever, and socially they are boycotted or they are social pariahs. So correct that. Get in touch with people. Fix a timetable. Call at least one of your social contacts every day. Fix a time. If you don't want to fix a time, fix days in a week. Like you decide that every Monday I'm going to call my ex-colleagues. Every Tuesday I'm going to call my classmates. Blah blah blah. I mean, fix a schedule for yourself. You can be very flexible there, but at least it should be in the back of your mind that I have to be in touch with my friends, my social contacts, no matter what. So it's very important to do that. Now, the next and the last one here is spiritual. Yes. Something that is mostly ignored by people who are going after success in terms of the worldly success. They miss out on spiritual. Yes. So, why have I included spiritual here? What do I mean by spiritual? So, if you don't have equilibrium of your mind, if you don't know how to manage yourselves, manage your thoughts, manage your reactions to things, manage your reactions to worldly events, then you're in big trouble. So, how do you work on yourself spiritually? Please find out. Depending on what kind of a person you are, find somebody, find some online program, find some healing methodology. Like there's so many today, spiritual healing, tantra healing, mantra healing, Reiki, so many. So try and enroll for one of these, try to learn something about them, and enhance yourself. Learn meditation, learn how to calm your mind, learn how to let go, learn how to forgive. It's very important, because when we are running after these worldly successes, we often miss out on spiritual, and that is going to create havoc in your life. Now, why these seven different areas of life? Now, what happens is, what I have done, I made a spider chart, or what you might also call a web chart, which is available on Excel or most of these spreadsheet programs. So you create a web diagram with these seven variables, and you see how round your ball and how big your ball is, your web is. If it is not round, that means the area which is lacking is going to pull you down. For example, you may be doing very well in all other areas, but your family-wise you're not doing well. So it's always going to bother you, and it's always going to pull you down, pull you back. If everything's going well, but you're not talking to your brother, your sister is not talking to you, your extended family is not in touch, etc., etc., it's going to pinch you, and it's going to drag you down. And you can take that for any of the seven areas that I was speaking about. If your health is not good, of course, nothing's going to go well. If you lack education-wise, it's going to pull you down sooner or later. If you lack in your social, skills and your social, contacts, it's going to pull you down. So all these seven areas are equally important. I would give a slightly higher, importance to health, and everything else maybe slightly less, but they're all important. So grade yourself and assess yourself, and in this 7 lecture series, we'll be talking about what you can do to address all these 7 areas of your life. What can you do for your health? Number one. What is considered good health today? What are the various things you could do to be healthy? How can you improve your finances? What are the various things you could do? How to, be in touch, or how to improve your family relations? How to work on your career? What to do for your education, furthering your education and your knowledge? How to enhance your social skills, and what to do for your spiritual quotient. So we'll be discussing all of these in the lecture series. So if you're interested, if you think this is important, please enroll. The links are going to be provided to you very soon, and we'll take this from there. You have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.